AI isn't coming. It's already here, and it's rewriting the playbook for accounting firms. The ones who master how to blend human expertise with AI will win more clients, deliver more value, and run leaner than ever before. My guest today is Daniel Moshe, founder and CEO of TechGuru, the managed technology service firm that's helping accounting leaders do exactly that. His team builds future-proof tech stacks, integrates AI into daily workflows, and locks down cybersecurity so firms can grow with confidence. Daniel's not just keeping firms running, he's turning their technology into a competitive advantage they can market to attract higher paying clients. Today, we're diving into how you can use AI and the right tech stack to stand out, win more business, and scale without burning out. Daniel, welcome to the show. I'm so excited to have you here. I would love to start off by hearing, you've built Tech Guru specifically for accounting firms. Why this niche and what gap did you see in the market?
Uh, okay, I don't know what happened, but half of that got cut off, by the way.
Oh,
I
did
heard
it?
you, I could hear you, I heard you until you said, "Welcome to the show. I'm excited to have you." And then
It all
audio
cut
cut
out.
out.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, no, and it came back just as you finished.
Okay, all good. All right, we'll restart it then.
Sorry. I don't know what happened.
Daniel, it's so good to have you on the show. I'm really looking forward to this one. Um, I want to dive straight into things. You've built Tech Guru specifically for accounting firms. Why this niche and what gap did you see in the market?
James, thank you. I've been looking forward to this as well, and glad to have this conversation with you. And so it was a fun journey deciding to work with accounting firms. Uh, the I'll take you kind of the walk down memory lane. Uh, I developed TechGuru as an IT managed service provider. Initially started the firm out of my college dorm room, and then over the years found that I just love working with businesses, and I really love the finance and accounting aspects of businesses, and I love technology. So it kind of made perfect sense to start focusing on working with just accounting firms. At the time that we made that decision as a business, we had exactly two accounting firm clients, and so it was a bit of a bold, bold move. And what we and we made a detour before deciding to work with accounting firms. We knew we wanted to specialize. We knew we wanted to go into niche. Accounting firms was number two. And before that, we decided we were going to work and be IT for dentists of all things. So that turned out to be a big mistake and wasn't a good fit. So we quickly pivoted to our second choice. And I'm so glad that we did. So I like working with accounting firms because I think it multiplies our impact in the world. My purpose is to change lives for the better. And then I think that I'm helping give technology to the right to accounting firms and accounting firm leaders and accounting professionals and finance professionals. They're in turn helping other entrepreneurs and other people with their finances, helping them live their best lives. And I'm just helping them with great tools to be able to do that and secure and compliant systems to be set up for success. So long story short, that's why we focus on accounting firms.
Yeah, very cool. It sounds like there's a very big ripple effect that's taking place from what you guys offer, who you offer to, and then all of the lives that are touched from the clients you work with.
That- That's the idea, yeah.
Awesome. So you mentioned there, you said your mission is to make people's lives a little bit better. How does that come through in the way you serve your clients?
It's woven into our core values, which are woven into how we do all of our hiring. So it's woven into all of our processes and our service offerings. We're actually an EOS company. We run on the entrepreneurial operating system, and that just shows how much that we care. First, starting about with our team, showing a great degree of care and love with our team that resonates out to our clients. And really, from everything that we do is designed to create the ideal technology experience for accounting firms. And that's another reason that we decided to focus on accounting firms. It was too hard to be great at IT for lawyers and IT for realtors and IT for construction. It was just too difficult, and we couldn't really give everyone the great experience that I knew they deserved. And I knew that was an issue because they would ask, like, "Hey, what software should we use for this, and what software we can do for that?" And now I can confidently say like, hey, I think it's time to move to Canopy or Carbon or Firm 360 and from whatever software you're using right now from your spreadsheets, you know? Um, and so that's just one of many ways that with our 24/7, support with the fact that before we meet every single quarter with every one of our clients. Before we do that, all of our team gets together. We come up with ideas and insights and recommendations to prepare to present to those clients. So those are just a couple of ways that we do that.
Okay, perfect. Appreciate you sharing that. And when you talk about reimagining firms as human augmented AI, what does that mean in real world terms?
Yeah, great. I'm actually also re I mean, no, I think frankly most businesses are going to become, especially those with, knowledge workers, are going to become human augmented AI. It's from marketing to, I mean, in our business, we have virtual technicians that we are starting to utilize. And so what I think that means in the real world for accountants and also for us at TechGuru is identifying software tools that incorporate, AI into them. And then the thing that we do, the magic that we create is by configuring them and setting up the automations to do and provide and create the outcomes that we're trying to create, the experience we're trying to create, and monitoring the output for quality, and then spending more time focused on higher level, more strategic things with our clients. And this has been something that's, I think, a trend that's been happening for years and years, right? If you think about it, it used to be that things were done, very manually with paper, then they were automated with technology, with computers, and now it's like that next level of knowledge work is getting automated, freeing us to have even more higher impact human connection with those that we serve and care about, and less of the, like tactical, ticky-tacky things that have to get done.
Yeah, it's interesting the progression though, like you were talking about going from paper to computers and now we're going from computers to like supercomputers doing all the things that humans once did. It's a pretty wild time. How can accounting firms and bookkeeping firms and any tax professional position AI capabilities in their marketing to differentiate from their competitors?
There's a couple different, and so this is me just looking from the outside in. So my humble, probably wrong opinion. I think ultimately their clients don't care whether they're using AR or not. It's what is the experience that they're going to be providing and receiving. So it's like, hey, we can give you a better understanding of your business, your cash flow, or we can run 1,000 different scenarios and get you exactly the right tax optimization strategy for your exact circumstances that no human would ever, it would not be feasible for us, a particular human, to go and spend the time doing this. We're going to find we're going to better identify fraud, erroneous transactions, and we're going to spend more time putting you in control of your business and your life and your finances by leveraging the best that technology has to offer. So, yeah, all of that is, of course, AI driven, but it's a value that you're creating by harnessing these amazing new tools in achieving that. By the way, we're going to make it easier for you to, connect with us and exchange files with us because it's all going to be automated. And we're going to make again dashboards and data visualization like you've never seen before, and be able to answer questions that you may have had but didn't even bother asking because you didn't think it was feasible to get an answer to that question. So an AI enables and I think empowers all of that. And so that's how I think from a marketing differentiation, it's putting forth that those additional value that you can create in the world by the way that you are uniquely harnessing, configuring, and utilizing, all these tools.
Do you think too many businesses, especially when it comes to their marketing, or too many firms when they're looking for the new solution, are getting caught up with the AI buzzwords now? And I don't know, it just seems like every ad that's out there and every firm is interested in AI, but they're because it sounds new and exciting, but not because of the application behind it. And like you said, people don't really care how it's getting done still. They're interested in the outcome.
Yeah, I don't know how to answer the question. I'm not I'm not watching too close. I mean, okay, for whatever reason, on social media, the advertisements that target me for whatever reason are like business and accounting services, and I do see those focused again more on kind of AI and automation. And it's very interesting to see all the different ways that it's being presented and how it seems like there's like a new breed of accounting firm that's like AI and technology first, and then it's like human kind of behind the scenes and there if you need us. And it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I think for some, maybe very early stage entrepreneurs, they may be, oh, that's exactly what I want. I don't want to talk to even to a human. I just want it to work. But I think too many different scenarios exist. I'm helping with my partner with his accounting. He's got an e-commerce business. He made a game, a tabletop board game called the Publisher Perish game, and he's got all these kind of complex accounting issues, and I've been helping him get it all set up. I'm like, ooh, this would be tough to get not to have a human involved helping
Yeah.
get this going.
Yeah, very cool. There's still, yeah, at the end of the day, the human still needs to drive some of the AI to a certain degree, depending on what the application is. But that's where a lot of people, I think, who are not as involved in it, they're not catching on. Like there still needs to be someone prompting the AI to do the thing that we need to get done.
And like you only get in what you put out.
Yeah.
Or sorry, you only get out what you put in, right? So like I've been trying to teach my team, I'm like, I don't just do one or two line prompts when if I'm using like ChatGPT version 5 is really sweet, by the way. It's been really cool. We can talk about that later if you want. I put in these like 1 and 2 paragraph long prompts with a lot of detail about what I'm looking for. And I'm now what the realization I had yesterday is like I need to stop making ChatGPT output for people and I need to teach them how to use it better.
Yeah. That's so important touching on that because it is truly what you put into it is what you will get. And we've been in the same boat as well, just teaching team members and clients how to use this tool because everyone has the same tool, but
Yeah,
it's what you put into it that really makes all the magic happen.
yeah, for sure.
Have you seen cases where tech upgrades directly led to winning a high value client?
Hard to say in particular. I can tell you how we have actually helped our clients win bigger accounts because we're helping them be compliant and secure. Like for example, we recently achieved our SOC 2, like we got audited for SOC 2, and I think we've actually got our final Type 2 report, and we're just getting the final signatures on it. And through that, we've been helping our clients implement good, sound best practices, written information security plans, then actually like do the things in the written information security plan. And so in that way, I've seen a couple of cases where our clients are able to comply with and thus obtain the business of these larger accounts. And of course, all that comes through sort of tech upgrades and security, security implementations. I've not yet seen it, but I'm excited to see that happen. The kind of conversations we're having in our quarterly strategic plannings with each of our accounting firm clients are around a lot of times how new capabilities that they can add to their firm that support a monthly recurring business model, which have greater margins and get them out of the selling trading, time for dollars, and how they can create additional value for their clients too, maybe even helping them set up some of this, you know, continuous close automation or, automated, more automations, more reconciliations, better workflows, better processes, and turn that into another, profit center.
What's one of the most common pains that all of your accounting firm clients experience, either before working with you, or is there a common theme that comes up even when they're working with you that you guys are looking to solve for outside of the AI solutions?
Oh yeah, yeah, right. I've been having almost a conversation with a client every day about this, which is offshore staffing. The fact is, there's amazingly talented people all over the world, and why limit ourselves to just, working with team members in the U.S., especially when in the U.S. there's a dramatic just shortage of this type of talent. And unfortunately, I've seen my clients sell their firms because frankly, there's work compression. They can't find the staff when they need it, and it's just creating a tremendous amount of burnout and stress and anxiety, which breaks my heart. So we're seeing our clients start to explore and hire their first and then expand their next overseas talent. So the question is, how do we do that in a secure way? And so we're having the conversation around if you work with an agency and if you work with if you hire direct and the two different models, ensuring that they treat, and they go through the hiring process and they vet those team members to exactly the way they would for somebody, in the US, background checks and everything. We also have a global team. So we're well versed in it, and we found ways to get computer ordered and delivered to somebody in Guatemala and every other country you can imagine. Because we still think the best way to know that they're working in a secure environment is still to manage and secure the endpoint, the computer itself. So those are a couple conversations that we're having a lot. And the rest of it is just like, how do we move? The second one would be moving to a browser-based application stack. So one by one, shifting from Windows legacy applications that are, have to be hosted on a Windows server and kind of our hassle to manage and have to log in, and it's a separate kind of desktop, moving to, things like ProConnect and other tools like that that also open the door to stronger API integrations and AI, functionality as well. So I'd say those are kind of the two of the bigger themes. And then the third theme is just like constantly about cybersecurity. I just did a webinar last week on, three specific case studies of things that we had actually seen ourselves, not to be fear-mongering or anything like that, but just to create awareness, stay vigilant, and hopefully put those threat actors out of business. That's my other that's my other like purpose in life is keep my clients' money in their pockets.
Yeah, yeah. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. If if a firm wants to land more clients in the next 90 days using tech as a lever, what's step one for them?
I think tech is the lever when it comes to accounting firms. I'm not a marketing expert. I'm truly trying to even figure this out for my own world. But I think what unlocked our growth, because we went from two accounting firm clients to like 60 in just a matter of a couple of years, and a lot of it was through peer groups and networks. But if we had not specialized in a niche, I don't think we would not have experienced that growth. We doubled our business in a pretty short period of time and had never done that fast before. So I think the clients that I have that are doing the best and are thriving have a specialty and a niche focus. And I'm sure we've heard it a million times. It is scary. I'm speaking from experience to go from being a generalist and kind of taking business from anywhere and anyone to going and specializing in a particular industry or a particular aspect of accounting. I've got one client that all they do is this particular type of analysis for business like valuations. I forget the technical terminology. So that would be, I think, step one is if you haven't already, find your niche and then figure out where those people hang out. What platforms do they use? What are they reading? What are they listening to? And what conferences are they attending? And get in front of them and figure out an offer. And I will just tell you, in the beginning, we totally just faked it. Just faked it. We're like, what? We're IT for accounting firms. Truly, we didn't do anything really different other than we were just focusing our marketing and all of our energy and efforts on working with and focusing on accounting firms. We at the time didn't have anything really unique or special. But over the years, all I do all day long is talk to accounting firm leaders. Well, I know now all the ins and outs. I've been to all these accounting firm like conferences, Thompson. I've been to PASBA. I've been to Synergy. I've been to a lot of these conferences. We've been to a lot, and that is where we find we're able to connect with a lot of clients. Even it's a little bit old school, it works really well. But all of that has been made possible by the fact that we've picked a niche, specialized in it, and are just going into and having those conversations with that specialty. So anyway, that would be my step one suggestion or recommendation.
Okay, awesome. And what's working really well for you in terms of marketing? I know you mentioned trade shows, conferences, but is there anything else that you guys have implemented or maybe you've shared with your other accounting clients that has worked really well and it's kind of like a you guys can knock it out of the water or knock it out of the park every time when it comes to like, all right, we need to bring on a new client.
Good question. Not no silver bullets, no magic pills here. I think our number one marketing is the day-to-day, doing a great job for our clients and creating a product and a service experience that they love and can't help themselves but talk about. We got one client recently that referred three other of his friends from a peer group. And they are, by the time they talk to us, they're already like ready to work with us. It's like it's like it's not a sales process, just a sign up process. And because we specialize, we're getting more of what are the same clients. So they're like, "Hey, just do for us what you did for them." I'm like, "Okay, you
Easy.
got it." Anyway, so that'd be the first thing. I can tell you, we just have given up on cold calling. It just seemed like it just isn't working. The number of outright outreaches to actual like results was so low, it just didn't make any sense to keep doing it. And I was just worried we were annoying people. So honestly, the best source of leads continues to be uh, showing up in the community in the form of conferences and events. And what's great is my favorite thing actually is when a client comes by, says hi, and there's another person that's thinking about talking, working with us, and they're just like, hey, you talk to them, and that's magic. And then everything else for here is just we have some um, community. PASBO is a good one where we've been involved with that organization for several years. I think it does just take persistence and continuity to show that you're not just a fly-by-night, organization. We're here for the long run and we care, and we do truly have um, a special a way that we approach working with you and going to create some real value. So those would be the couple things that's been working for us, and well, I guess also what hasn't been working. So yeah, it's just a lot of noise out there. We're going to start playing with some top of the funnel marketing tools like some social media advertising. And we've also done a couple webinars. Those have been well attended, and I think they're not what I would call like, you know, people like fall over themselves at the end of the webinar to sign up, but it's usually half clients that show up and then half people that are potentially like looking to work with us. And so it just showcases our thought leadership and positions us in a different, not just as a vendor, but as a, potential strategic resource. So those are just a couple things that we've been working on right now.
Nice. That's cool. Um, Daniel, what's your boldest prediction for how AI will change client acquisition for firms in the next 3 to 5 years?
Boldest prediction for how AI will help client acquisition over the next 3 to 5. Yeah, um, I think all the traditional ways that people find, great partners uh, is probably going to be through the human connection and through. I think the biggest change that we'll see is, like frankly, me. I've been doing getting a home turned over and turned into like an Airbnb. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just general contract this thing myself. And so I'm working with ChatGPT and managing the whole project. And I'm like, okay, recommend 5 vendors. Who should I work with? And I actually call those people, and then they ask me, how did I find them? I'm like, oh, ChatGPT. And like, what? They know what it is, but they're like surprised that that's how
Yeah.
I found them. Or like ChatGPT taught me how to. or I learned how to like pull like a list of contract licensed electricians, and then I had it process that data and recommend five that I should go from that list, to try to find contractors that are, you know, more independent. So there's just a couple of examples. So, but I got to tell you, it's like I think as the noise increases because it's the barriers to creating content is so low nowadays. I think it's just going to become more and more noise. I think video and real human connection is going to be that much more valuable and more important. And things like peer groups and industry organizations are going to, frankly, in my humble opinion, my prediction will be even more important. I love your opinion on that too, frankly.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think you'll almost see like everything goes in cycles. I think
Yeah,
there's so much cold outreach now from AI. There's now
yeah,
voice agents answering phone calls, making outbound calls, which I find is super annoying. I keep getting
super
calls from the
annoying.
same voice agents all the time from something I never opted in from, and it's like just stop. But a lot of people are using that, and I think what will work really well will be more or less the old school touch points and
Hmm.
the in-person, like you said, the in-person events and getting around whatever looks like it's AI and just being more
I know.
authentic with the messages and having a real, even if you're sending a video to someone, it's not AI with replacements in it. It's actually you sending a personalized video to the prospect you're looking to speak to or sending a very personalized email, not the
Yeah.
blasting of 2000 with, a name replacement.
Yeah, you're right. It is so obvious. I was like, oh, when I got that first call that I knew was AI phone, like voice, I was like, oh wow, it's finally it's finally started. I just don't know. Like, are you gonna go hire some service because some AI cold called you? I no, I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah, we tested it for some clients and
Yeah,
it just didn't work that well. Like pretty quickly, and the voice
yeah.
sounded really good. It was hard to tell it was AI, but
Wow.
it would get hung up on, certain questions just like you're speaking about earlier in another example.
Yeah.
And then quickly the recipients on the other end of the phone either sounded like it was AI or the bot couldn't, go through the thought path to get to where it needed to go and the call just
Wow.
didn't work. So we have our
Huh.
team answering the calls on behalf of all of our firms we work with, and that just works way better. It just the
Wow.
human element I think is going to be hard to beat
Yeah.
regardless how good AI gets. They're
Mhm.
going to be in two different areas.
I think sales, okay, at plus one to everything you just said, I think sales enablement tools are going to be a
Yes.
much stronger. Like, for example, like using AI in analytics to say, like, hey, this person, clicked on this, opened this, da da da, go call this person right now, this person is engaged. That I think is going to be powerful, and so I think it is a human augmented future. But like, it's still like humans want to talk to humans and
Yeah.
engage with humans, not with a robot. Now, once in a while, that support, AI driven like support chat built into some of the apps that I use, like Rippling or whatever, like that's actually pretty good. And it saves me time. And I'd rather do that than sometimes the human is actually not as good. So I
Yeah.
don't know. I also like challenge myself to say, you know what? I think that these things are getting better so fast that eventually it will be better than a human on the phone as well. So we'll see. We're testing a bunch stuff as well, and we're going to roll out our AI support agent chatbot also in due time, probably in the next couple months. So we'll see how people like it.
That's exciting. So two more questions for you then. What's one tech tool that you personally can't live without?
Well, it's kind of funny that it's a tech tool because it's actually pretty kind of low tech, but it's my Remarkable. I have a tablet, Remarkable tablet. It's a kind of a passive display. It doesn't have any email or internet connection. I mean, it can back it up over Wi-Fi, but that's it. No notifications. And I use that for thinking and reflecting and planning and journaling, note taking in meetings. And I don't know why, like I find that I love handwriting and drawing, and it's better than having a piece of paper or something like that that ends up getting lost. And So anyway, that's my favorite tech gadget right now.
Awesome. And if you weren't running TechGuru, what would you be doing instead?
I'm a pilot and I really love flying. So my other thing would be I want to be island hopping flights, taking people from tropical island to tropical island. That's if my kids are already gone to high school. I have two kids at 12 and 14. And otherwise it's working with them in our go-kart racing team. So that's those are the two things I'm doing when I'm not flying and go-kart racing. So
Amazing. Well, if you're needing to fill a plane with passengers, please keep me in mind.
I will.
Jumping between islands in the Caribbean's
Oh,
sounds
that sounds
sounds
like
right up
fun.
my alley.
Yeah.
So I guess I lied. I said two last questions. This is the last one for you, Daniel. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Yeah, just my dad at a very early age, he said if you want something, you got to just go and get it. And to me that means be persistent and be bold and not wait for somebody else and essentially live your best life. So take ownership for doing that. So that'd be my something I live by and try to pass on to my kids and to others that I work with as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Daniel. I really appreciate all the insights you shared, the knowledge. It's awesome what you guys are doing with AI, and I'm sure your partners appreciate all of it. How can people get in touch with you if they want to continue the conversation?
Yeah, definitely check me up on LinkedIn and connect with me there. That's probably the easiest way to find me. Or I'm sure you'll put in the show notes contact information as well. You can learn more about us at techguruit.com.
Absolutely. Daniel Moshe from Tech Guru. Thank you so much.
Thanks, James. Appreciate it.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of CFO Chronicles, The Secrets Behind Success. I hope you found value in today's conversation. As we wrap up, I'd love for you to do two things. First, make sure to subscribe to this podcast so you don't miss any future episodes. If you enjoyed today's discussion, please rate and review the show. It helps others discover the insights we share here. Second, if you're ready to take your business to the next level and attract the high-end clients you deserve, head over to accountingleadsnow.com or click the link in the show notes to book your strategy call. It's time to position yourself as the advisor your clients need. And don't forget, you can connect with me on LinkedIn to stay up to date on what's happening in the world of accounting and financial growth. We've got exciting topics coming up, so stay tuned for the next episode of CFO Chronicles. Until then, keep pushing forward. Your growth is just one strategic move away.
Thanks for listening to CFO Chronicles, the secrets behind success. We hope today's episode provided valuable strategies to help you attract more high-paying clients. Be sure to subscribe, follow, and share with fellow professionals. Connect with us on LinkedIn and leave a review or comment to join the conversation. Your feedback helps us bring you the best insights in finance and marketing. Until next time, keep striving for success and unlocking your business's potential.